This is the briefing for squad number 2. Squad number 2 will be led by K. Satchel. Squad number 2 will have the responsibility to push to the center of the house. According to those markers, you will start in the southern side around here. Here, you'll push directly into the point. Once you push into the point, your objective is to maintain the most important building in this point here, which is this one. Satchel will place his OP here, as it has a little bit of cover from the enemy position. Here, or perhaps here. That is Satchel's decision. Make sure it is a smart OP, and not an aggressive one. Once we take this, first objective is the defense marker, the house. This house is key. Once this house is controlled, once we've taken the point, your squad members will then push to the attack marker to control the trenches of the enemy or maintain this section here. If they can't push out and go to the move marker or to the attack marker, make sure we catch the enemy on this dead field right here. Once again, first priority is the defense marker. It is this building. Second and third priority, the trenches and the dead field. Okay? If you could, then Satchel as well, spread out elements to this section here, make sure the enemy is not able to flank. You will then also be able to support the North squad. Squad number 2, your main goal is to hold this building. Make sure that the enemy cannot take this from you. If you find it suitable for you to push to those trenches, do so, and this way we'll be able to catch the enemy crossing from this position. You've played on battery as the allies. You know how difficult it is to push from here to here. Okay? But let's be smart of our advantage as the axis. Okay, as center squad, you also have the responsibility to support this section here in case squad number 3 requires it. And you will also have the responsibility to make sure that squad number 1 does not get overrun from this little section here. But this only happens in total collapse from either squad number 3 or squad number 1. Your main objective, and I cannot express the importance of this, is to hold this building. The enemy does not have satchel charges because they cannot use them. So in this building, make sure you hold the correct angles. Make sure you know where to push. Make sure you know where the enemy is going to push. I will show you here. If you're inside that building, the enemy can sneak up to you here. You can see the enemy here, as the enemy can see just very little of you. The enemy can push in through this, but he will be pinched by guys in these windows as well. North squad will also be here to help you out. Make sure the enemy does not push this road. In case the enemy pushes through one of these trenches, you have an overview on this window here. And if possible, if your squad is able to conquer the second objective, which are the trenches, then the enemy will be caught this open field. The other interest that the enemy has on this point is the other trench. That will also be secure by squad number 3. In case the enemy does break in, you will have full support from all those windows here to cover this entrance. If you feel like the MG is not doing a good job here, MG can always switch up and hold this position here. Make sure you follow your squad leader's instructions. Make sure we win this game. This here is an example of a match against Rangers and BWCC where the Rangers were playing as Axis. Rangers were distracted and started to run like 3-4 seconds later than BWCC. Make sure you are paying attention. Make sure you are aware. 3 to 5 second delay on the run made sure that these guys right here did not make it to the point first, then BWCC. Make sure you are paying attention. Make sure you run at the exact start time.